I remember I got a clip I just posted on my page, and I was giving a breakdown. I said that, you know, buying crypto is not just for you, it's for your children. They're not going to have wallets full of cash. No. They're going to be exchanging in different currencies. Now, water represents wisdom. It represents flow. If you look at, most of the time we look at a picture of Earth, we look at the picture of Earth where you get to see all the land masses. If they flip that aside, all you will see is water, because we live on a planet that is 70% water, right? You add up the lands, the lakes, the rivers, the oceans, mountains, all of those different things, right? 30% land, 70% water, but man has been trapped in the logic of the land and not has been able to flow. So we've been stuck in just one logical way of thinking. And if you get stuck in one logic way of thinking, right? And as we're talking about quantum computers in this time where you have to be able to realize things in a multi-dimensional sense. And it's not just one thing or the other thing. It has to be both. You have to operate in a quantum mind sense. As we see the world shift, it represents the shift in consciousness that is required to be adaptable during these times. Adaptable during these times. You have to be able to flow. Right? Most people, the number one fear, anybody know what the number one fear of people is in the world? The number one reported fear in the world. The number one reported fear is public speaking. It's public speaking. We're afraid to communicate in front of other people. People don't like getting caught off guard. You feel me? What Eminem say? Our palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms ready. You feel me? People are afraid of public speaking, speaking in front of each other. They don't know how to flow and articulate. I spent the last 6 months putting together this book about articulation, how to have high-level conversations, how to become a master communicator. That I believe when people learn and they practice these exercises, these techniques, and these frameworks that I've been developing my whole life, not only just from me, I've studied the best of the world. And the reason is most people's brains don't flow. Most people operate off memory. The lowest level, there's 5 levels of speakers that I outline and 5 levels of communication. And you want to graduate eventually to become a high-level, influential communicator. But the lowest level is the memorizer. And that's because of the way when we went to school, we was taught memorization. But as we talk about articulation, right? People are afraid because they don't know how to think and flow because you went to school and school taught you to be a good memorizer. School taught you to be a goddamn machine. School taught you to be a machine, right? It taught you to remember things. And then we start measuring ourselves with machine language. How much we work. And work is a machine language. It's about output and force and energy, right? We talk about our efficiencies and things of that nature. We start looking at ourselves as machines and we stop being able to flourish because nature flourishes. Nature focuses on not just generate income, but how regeneration, because nature has a process that is infinite to where it can consistently regenerate the same results without putting any excess energy into. And nature flourishes, but we don't use the word flourish. We don't even use cosmic symbols, signs, and messages anymore because we've become completely out of line with our cosmic self and our nature self. There's something called biophilic design, right? And it speaks to our ability to align our design with nature so that man lives in harmony with nature. As we going across these fires that exist in California, man is supposed to be able to move and exist with nature, right? And to design so that he thrives and flourishes within nature and utilizes nature as a beneficial thing, not something that is a threat. So even as we develop technology, and we're going through technological shifts right now. I was on I will be doing an updated masterclass inside the community for this AI, because the update is amazing, and I don't think people are utilizing artificial intelligence. I actually think, shout out to my brother Spin City. I think he's a great teacher. I'm the #1 futurist in the world. And I think the way that I teach anything is the best way, because I know how I have a way of conceptualizing difficult information and making it easy. And this is something that I'm actually teaching in my book, right? Because I think that most people do not know how to do that. They don't know how to take difficult concepts and make them easily understood. It's something called the curse of knowledge. When people speak, they don't know how to breathe. They don't know how to relax their nervous system, warm up their vocals, stretch the tones in their voice, right? They don't know how to posture themselves to be more confident, because that's the #1 issue. Most people are nervous and they're confident, right? And they try to remember things. So you went to school to talk to be the greatest memorizer. So when you're speaking, you sitting there trying to remember what you were saying. And the low-level speaker is somebody who operates off notes. Notes and quotes. You got all these notes and quotes. I got to say this. I got to say that. No hand-eye coordination and things of that nature. Don't speak with the hands in a way to illustrate their points. Their whole body isn't in it. They don't know how to emote themselves and own the room. Master the subject, own the room. Get in, get out. And that's because you don't have skill sets, techniques, and frameworks that you can pull out your pocket at any time, so you never caught off guard. And you always in flow.